Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. This is Craving Sense and Sensibility. Today we are actually going to be talking about my 2025 financial goals. Woo! So it is, what day is it today? It is January 25th already. The month is basically over. It is now time to chat about my goals and what I have been thinking about accomplishing for this year, and then also a little bit going into 2026 because some of them do roll over. Yeah, we have 6 days left in this first month of the year, so let's talk about it. The first goal for the new year is to rebuild my emergency fund. Over the past couple years, it's just been thing after thing after thing after thing. So I definitely depleted my emergency fund. I think I started with, at the beginning of this year, in my emergency fund, I had $135.97. So not a lot of dinero in there. So this year, our goal is to build our emergency fund up to $3,000, and the way I'm going to do that is by saving $250 per month. It's gonna go into my EQ emergency fund there. Right now we're at $260, which is really good. We're a little bit ahead of the game, but emergency fund is something that we have to build up this year, and then I'll just have it done by the end of the year, or I'll get it done earlier, but 3,000 is the goal. And if we make that goal before the end of the year, I'll pause on adding money to it, and then I'll put the money towards other things that I want to accomplish. So that's the first goal. Our second goal is to track our spending, which is what we were doing here on this lovely app, You Need a Budget. It's been a month, and I'm actually really liking this system. I think this is the most consistent that I've been with tracking my money, and also it's really easy to just see, like, I've spent X amount of money on dining out and gifts and hobbies and things like that. So I do think that this is definitely going to be a really useful tool for me. And I also think that I'm gonna get my mom onto YNAB, just because I did show her mine and she was interested in it. Once I pay my subscription, I'll get her to use my referral code, and then we'll get her set up in YNAB. Another thing that goes with tracking my spending is making these YouTube videos as a form of accountability, and also to just be in community with other people who are also tracking their finances and trying to live a more financially responsible life, and not in like penny pinching type of way, just knowing where your money goes so that you can do the things that you actually want to do. Like, one of the big things for me is travel, and I want to do that without being stressed about paying back the money on credit. I just want to have the money to pay for it and do it and not have to worry about it. That's more of why I want to manage my money, not just hoarding money for the sake of hoarding money. Like, I actually want to spend my money, but I want to spend it responsibly in a way that doesn't add stress to my life. Third goal for the year is to update my RRSP contribution. So in Canada, RRSP is registered retirement savings plan. With work, they do a 3% match. So I have the 3%. I think I'm saving 5% actually right now. So I obviously get the 3% match. But I am contemplating if I want to go just do a 3-for-3 match and just match 3% and then open a tax-free savings account and put the extra money in the tax-free instead of putting it all in the RRSP. I'm still doing a little bit of research on whether or not I want to max out my RSP or if I want to put more in towards a tax-free savings account. But that is something that I'm going to be working on in March. That's when I plan to make the decision. The goal for retirement savings / investing is 7%. So right now I'm at 5%, so I'll need to add another 2% of my income. And then the RRSP, they take the money pre-tax. This year, over the next month, I'm going to make the decision decide on what I want to invest on if I do open a tax-free savings account. I have looked at my RRSP and they are doing pretty well. I think almost all of my investments are up 20%. So I'm not worried about whether or not I need to like change anything in terms of like the asset distribution, because that's doing really well. I'm thinking of not having to pay taxes later on in life and just having the growth in a tax-free environment, which is more why I'm leaning towards a tax-free savings account. More on that when I actually figure out what I'm gonna do. And then my fourth goal is to clear up 70% of my debts. When I did a kind of debt planning, all of my debts would be paid off by March of next year if I contribute $600 a month towards them. So that's what I'm gonna do. I think I'm gonna do it at the end of the month. Like the goal is $600. I'll put that money aside, which I need to actually put a category into YNAB for that, just as a debt payment holding system. Actually, let's do it now. So what do you want to put that in? Needs? Yeah, we'll put it in needs. Debt payment. Oop, there you go. Debt payment funds. Oh no, actually, I need to delete this. Okay. How do I do that? Delete. We'll actually put it. So what we'll do is we'll put it in the holding category, and we will add a debt payment fund, and we'll put it there. So the goal is that every month we'll put $600 in this category, and we will use that money towards the debts that I have. My fifth goal is to earn money outside of my job. I haven't put too much thought into this goal yet. Maybe potentially get a second job or start selling things that I'm not using, or even if like my YouTube channel starts to bring in income, that sort of way. So we're still thinking about how earning money outside of my job is gonna like play out in actuality, but that is a goal. And then my last and final goal is a big spending goal. I have 2 trips in the plan for this year. The first one is Italy in August for my birthday, and then the second big trip is Disney in October, and that's, well, both of them are technically family trips, but Disney is like the big family trip. And then I think my sister's friend is also going to come to the Disney trip. So I do have to say, for those 2 trips, I am like the planner of the trips in our family. So I actually have to start working on where we're staying, get the budget together, and disseminate the information to everybody so that they also can start planning and saving their money to put towards this trip. My mom has already told me that she would just give me her portion of the money and then I would hold on to it for the trips. But those are my big 6 goals, financial goals for the year, and that will kind of set me up for 2026 goals, which I kind of have already in mind. Obviously, it depends on how this year turns out. We might still be working on, actually, no, we are accomplishing our goals in 2025. I'm putting it out there. That is it for this video, really. Let me know what goals you guys are working on this year. And if you are a Canadian and you do contribute to your RSP or tax-free savings account, let me know what you think is the better idea. I hope you guys have a amazing, eventful in a good way, fun, energizing, peaceful, whatever your year needs to be this year. I hope you get it. And yeah, have a great 2025 to all of us. Oh, and if you like this video, please make sure to like and subscribe. I'll see you in the next one.